Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is my year-end question and answer video, blah blah, wrap-up thing of the entire year. And what is nice is that I finally have a spot with good lighting. Yes. Alright, so let me go ahead and get into the questions before I drag on this introduction for longer than it needs to. James asked me, best moment of the year. I might have actually said this in a video that I did during my 12-day thing. But best moment of the year, I would say, was at my brother's wedding. I was a groomsman in his wedding, and I remember I was standing there with the groomsman looking across, I don't know what you'd call the area at the front of the church, but my brother was at the top of the stairs, and the groomsmen and the bridesmaids were all down the stairs. And I remember I looked across the way at my sister, and right before the minister pronounced them husband and wife, we both smiled at each other and said, well, it's finally official. So that was that. That's my best moment of the year. It was a lot of fun to be back in Illinois and see everybody that I knew. Nick asked me top 3 breakfast cereals. Number 1 is actually going to be a cop-out. It's going to be oatmeal, because oatmeal is great. Oatmeal has been like my breakfast for all the days that I've been home on break. Number 2 and 3 are cereals that you can just eat all by yourself. And I'd say Life cereal, regular Life. Cinnamon is also pretty good, but I like regular. And Frosted Mini Wheats. Those are also delicious. You know, just take a box with you, pop them in your mouth, and your way to class. Let's see. Honorable mention goes to Count Chocula because it's freaking delicious. It's chocolate cereal with marshmallows. Just not much more you can ask for. Nick also asked me the age-old question, would you rather be attacked by 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? Right, so ducks have teeth, and I've spent a lot of my childhood chasing around ducks, and so I'm pretty sure that they all have this vendetta against me, and I don't want to test that theory. So I'm going to go ahead and take on 100 duck-sized horses. I can at least run away from those, and I don't know. I think maybe just like 1 small hoof probably wouldn't hurt too bad, but when they start, like, if there were like 100 small broncos that were all kicking me in my shin, then I'd probably opt for the duck. Yeah. Last question from Nick. Do I air guitar or drum all the time? I can't even lie. I air guitar on my way to class. I air drum in the car. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really count if you're banging on the steering wheel or something like that. But I do air guitar. I do air drum. I miss drumming a lot. Speaking of drumming, I was gonna wear my t-shirt that I wore, that I bought from the Poorhouse, which is a music spot downtown, and I ended up going there with my cousin, and it was supposed to be an open mic night, and nobody was there to be the band, so I strolled in there, and there were drumsticks there. My cousin brought his sax, and there was just a random guy there playing the bass, so we formed the house band for the night, and so that was a lot of fun. Just went up there and jammed out with a whole bunch of people. Been drumming for over 10 years of my life now, and that was my first time being able to do that, so that was a lot of fun. Michael asked me, what was my best vacation? This is a really tough question. I'd probably say one of the times I went to Orlando, probably the time it was my 16th birthday. That was a lot of fun. Finally got the chance to ride Thunder Mountain and Splash Mountain and Space Mountain. That was tons of fun. And plus it was my birthday, and we ended up going to the Holy Land Experience. We went to SeaWorld, and we went to Walt Disney World, so it was just a rockin' vacation. It was pretty awesome. Have I ever been out of the country? No, I would really like to get out of the country. I've been planning a trip to Toronto for the longest. Hopefully I'll get a chance to get up there this summer after I graduate, or whatever. Maybe in the future, if I get a job, they'll send me around the country, or around the world rather. That'd be pretty awesome. If I had to listen to 1 album for the rest of my life, what would it be? Oh man, that is a murderous question. I was actually supposed to uh, look through my music stash and see if I could find an album. Oh man. I actually thought of an answer on my way back. Yeah. It'd either be B by Common or The Ecstatic by Most Def. Those are both two really great albums. Kyle asked me what was it like announcing at Cameron Indoor Stadium. It was epic. It was mental. It also allowed me to realize that I have like 3 different voices. Like I have the voice that I'm using right now and I'm talking to you and I'm recording this video. And there's also the my PA announcing voice. Yeah, that's a thing that has happened. And there's also the voice that I use when I'm doing play-by-play on the radio. I get this growl into my voice and I get real excited and saying, "Here come the Bulldogs down the court." You have to listen to me on the radio because I can't force the voice. Announcing at Cameron Indoor Stadium was actually a lot of fun. Cameron Indoor is really weird because it's by no means a large venue. Like it looks small. It is small, but it still seats about what 1,300 people, something like that. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's so claustrophobic, yet it seats a lot of people. I don't know how they do it. It's witchcraft. But Cameron Indoor was a lot of fun. I actually got a lot of compliments from like random fans. Actually walked up to me while I was announcing the game, and even afterward, just walked up to me and said, "Hey, I'll hope that you keep this job," or something like that. So that was really awesome, and hopefully I'll be able to get a chance to do that again in the future. How do I think the Cubs are going to do with all these pitching additions? We still have no hitting. And if there's something that I've learned from baseball, specifically from the Seattle Mariners, that you can have rocking pitching and you can still not be great. I am excited for Edwin Jackson. I have my reasons that I am excited to have Edwin Jackson be a part of the team. He's a good pitcher. We got Scott Feldman. We got a lot of great pitchers, but the thing is, we signed like 5 pitchers for the price that we were going to pay for Anibal Sanchez, and just to see that we didn't actually save the money since we spent the money that we were going to use to pay for Anibal Sanchez, but we made a more effective use of the money, so I'm happy about that. Hopefully we don't lose 100 games this year. The dumbest thing that I did in 2012, I actually kept a pretty clean slate in 2012. Trying to think what's the dumbest thing that I did though. Off the top of my head, I can think of during basketball season, I was talking about when we were getting ready to play at Hampton University. We were playing them at home, and we still had the return match and the return game in Hampton. And I said fixture on the radio, like soccer, and I said the word, and I kicked it back over to my partner. I just looked at myself and said, "What in the world did I just do?" So there was that, and there was also first game of the season. There was a loose ball on the floor during the women's basketball game, and I said that they were scrambling after the football. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Jack asked me, how was my Christmas? My Christmas was awesome. I got an awesome Fulham jersey. I got an awesome mug. Scrabble mug. If you saw Skyfall, the mug that Q had, I got a J1 of those. It's pretty awesome. And Christmas was pretty great. I actually spent most of the day just sitting around the house because we actually didn't end up opening presents until like 9 o'clock at night. So we all went over to my brother's house for dinner, and my cousins came over, and the pastor and his family of our church came over. So we waited until after they left to exchange gifts. And it's funny because my siblings and I, we do this gift exchange. And it's funny because like we draw names out of a hat, but everybody had each other. So I had my sister, she had me, and it was just reciprocal like that. So that was pretty funny. My New Year's resolutions, goals for 2013. I really don't keep resolutions. So what I do, my goals for 2013 are to graduate and get a job. Those are my 2 goals. Top moments of 2012 already answered. What am I looking forward to graduating. I'm ready to leave Orangeburg. It's a tiny town. Don't go there. You'll be miserable. There's an IHOP that people fight at. If you think I'm lying, just go to YouTube and search for Orangeburg IHOP. I can't make these things up. Where might I see myself in 5 years? I don't know. Hopefully I have a job. I have a job and I'm alive. That's where I see myself in 5 years. I don't want to say specifically what job I might have. I might leave that open. Maybe doing PA announcing, maybe on the radio doing baseball. I don't know. I mean, that's all I hope for in 5 years, to be living and have a job. Katie asked me, what got me into baseball? I grew up in Central Illinois and my entire family Cub fans. And that's what I knew from birth. Go Cubs, go. Hey, 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 home run, all of the good stuff. The pinstripes, that's my team, North Side. That's what got me into it. My brothers and sisters and my parents are big baseball fans, and my mom, she loved Andre Dawson. We used to watch the Cubs every time they came on WGN. Like, my mom, she gets so into sports, like, my brother Sam used to always talk about how, like, he'd be down the street and I'd hear my mom yell because of a home run and come running home thinking that she called him or something like that. That's how intense sports are in my house. My favorite player, favorite baseball player, Sosa. Sosa was awesome. Sosa was the hero of the North Side. So close to beating Mark McGwire, but you know what? The summer, that was what, summer of '96? The summer of '96 was just phenomenal. I wouldn't trade any of it for the world. Let's see. Funniest story behind an injury. Oh man. I hurt myself so often that it's not even funny anymore. Like, for example, over the summer, I split my thumb between my nail and the skin and was bleeding after catching a disc. Like, how does this happen? Like, the 2 times I've seriously injured myself, like I sprained my knee a couple of years back and I sprained my wrist. They're both basketball related injuries. Like, the first, like my knee, I went up for a block and I came down and my leg was well, I don't know, like out like this and bent and buckled inward. And I sprained my left wrist from, I went up for a dunk and I held on for too long and I swallowed, went to brace myself and sprained my left wrist. I don't know, but a funny story. Playing soccer in one of my neighbor's backyards, and I'm running down the field looking like this, and I turn my head this way. There's a tree branch right there. So I closed myself on the tree branch. Yeah, that was pretty great. Good times, good times. So yeah, I guess that does it for this video. Why am I stretching out words? This makes no sense. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. I'll catch you guys later.